lot of action, beginning with the ceremonial flag off at KICC before the cars move to Kasarani, where there will be a special, stage, a 4.12 kilometers, where the rally drivers will showcase what they are capable of doing. Now, Kenya's Nikhil Sachania, who lives with a disability, exuded confidence ahead of the WRC Safari Rally that he could perform really well. Here is what he had to say.
Push, he said he's going to pick it, he goes, the shipment has arrived, but he goes, that guy won't give it to us until about 3 o'clock. They go to the clearing. So he can pick it himself at 3. So when I go home, I can just pass his place and do my
That is Nikhil Sachania in the garage there, working on his car. And remember, he says that the European drivers should not be very sure about what goes on here in Africa, because they will show them what they are capable of. We are now joined by Fondo Nzovu, the media center manager. He is in Naivasha to ensure the media center is ready for the man and machine showdown. Fondo Nzovu, can you hear me? Fondo?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, good morning, Fondo.
Good morning to you, Toskin. How are you doing today?
Very fine. How is Naivasha?
Naivasha is good. The weather is cool. It's not too cold and not too hot, so we hope to enjoy this rally this week.
I can see you are dressed up for the occasion, and behind you, I guess that must be the media center. Could you please bring us up to speed what is happening inside the media center? Remember, for the last 19 years, we've never had Safari Rally on the WRC calendar. Have you put your best foot forward, Nzovu?
We have placed one of the best media centers ever experienced in the rally, I believe. We're working with internet speeds of up to 400 Mbps. We have set aside, I don't know if I can pan around, and you can see that the sitting area has been well designed and spaced out because of COVID-19 regulations. Mm-hmm. We have a special photographer's room set aside. So I believe we've put our best foot forward. It's going to be a comfortable office for any media personality working in here.
What is the capacity of the media center? I'm very sure there will be so many media personalities coming from Europe, and then we've got so many media houses here in Kenya who have been accredited for this function.
Our capacity in here is about 50 people seated comfortably. However, we intend to only have between 25 and 35 persons in here at any given time, because the expectation is that some of them, or most of the media personalities, will be out in the stages collecting information on the rally and streaming it down back here, and from here out to the media houses and the world around.
Yeah, 19 years is so many years, of course, Fondo, and this is the first time some of us will be reporting on the WRC rally. What is standing out in terms of media engagements since you started putting up the media center?
I think standing out in the media engagement is the fact that I believe every media house has one of their people involved in the organization of this rally, especially on the part of the media. We have set aside, and actually the head of the media is a media personality in Kenya from one of the media houses, which means we are able to... Pardon?
Who is in charge of the media center?
I'm in charge of the media center, but we have also a head of media. Mm-hmm. And the head of media, I believe, is also known to you, is Mr. Elias Makori. Mm-hmm. And because of that and the involvement of media personalities in the putting together of media operations for the WRC rally, I believe the flow of information and the amount of footage and just, it's just going to be crazy. It's going to be amazing, crazy. And also, because of that collaboration with the media, we also have the media zone right next to the media center.
Yes.
Just to make sure that there's a proper flow of information. If I could turn around my camera again and just show you a bit of it. Out there, if you can see, the banner is already up. I don't know if you can see it clearly.
Yes, I can see that clearly.
The banner is already up. And that is where we will have the interviews with our drivers. So we'll have our local media and international media personalities on one end and the drivers on the other end. Again, due to protocols of COVID-19, we won't be able to interact a lot with them, but there'll be an opportunity for our media to have interviews with each and every driver as they come through.
Yeah, because that is the worry. We are in the middle of a pandemic. I don't know how you've arranged that, because there'll be so many people coming in, the media personalities. They'll want to do those interviews. Just take us step by step, right from the point when I come in there. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Once you come here, you have a desk, and once you are located a desk, that is your sitting position from the day you arrive to the day you leave. You don't change desks, and the desks are marked with names and titles of each and every media personality. The media zone is going to be divided with barriers so that we have a distance of about 1.5 to 2 meters between the drivers and the media personality, and we are creating small square booths, let me call them booths for lack of a better word,
yes,
that will carry about 3 or 4 people at any given time, spread out at a distance of about a meter. We're trying our best to make sure.
Make me understand here. Have you divided maybe the zones according to media houses? For instance, the standard group will have a huge presence there. We'll have photographers, we'll have camera guys, we'll have the written press. Are we going to sit at our own corner and say this is a standard group corner?
No, we didn't do that. So what we did was we divided them in terms of the categories of the work they do. So we have the space for the writers, we have the space for photographers who have a special room set aside for them, complete with lockers. And we have a space for TV crew. And TV crew has been highly limited because this is pretty much an FIA WRC event.
Yeah.
So in terms of TV, the people who are given the most priority is WRC TV.
Okay. Just tell us, I know you've been very busy working on the media center, but tell us generally, how is the mood in Naivasha? The nightlife, the day life? How are people, preparing to welcome Safari Rally on the WRC calendar?
The mood in Naivasha is exciting. I mean, from the business community to just people around, the effect in terms of even just the economic, the economic advantage or the economic benefits that have gone into Naivasha is amazing. You can imagine you have the teams, hotels are booked completely. We have people even asking for just a small space to put up a tent just so that they can watch the Safari Rally. Of course, most of the people doing the work in terms of building and clearing and the catering is from the local community here in Naivasha. So the economic impact here is amazing. And remember, we have a lot of cars in terms of transport, so that's fuel. We have hotels filled up. We have the nightlife, the curfew is still there. If they could uplift it, the nightlife would be better. However, the period between which, from 5 to 7 is exciting.
Exciting, because media work, is a 24-hour operation. I don't know what you foresee here, because we want to have our crew down there to ensure that they capture every bit and piece of what is happening in Naivasha. In terms of curfew, I don't know how that will be managed by government, because the media have to nose around for stories.
The media have a special clearance. And that is why once you're here and you're accredited, we will advise that as you move around in the night, for whatever reason, please have your tag close to you so that you can identify yourself to the authorities in the event that you come across them or they come across you. But special passes have been requested for the media personalities who will be working for the WRC. And I believe the media in general in Kenya have a bit of an advantage because the government does give leeway to media personalities or people in the media industry to move around 24 hours a day. So they are not quite affected by the curfew. But, you know, the media without other people or without the public, again, there's nothing to show. So hopefully we'll be able to do something and manage this town for the next few days if the government can give us a bit of leeway to have operations in the night.
Talk to me about the CEO of WRC Safari Rally, that is Phineas Kimathi. I'm very sure you've had an opportunity to work really close to him or with him. I remember in 2017, February or thereabouts, I did an interview with Phineas here inside this KTN studio, and I was asking him if he was really confident that we'll have the Safari Rally back on the WRC calendar, and he was a very confident man. I don't know from where you sit, from your judgment or understanding of Phineas Kimathi, this is a big coup that he has pulled, certainly, for Kenya and Africa. Do you think so?
Yes. He's my boss currently, but he's an amazing person. He's so passionate about the rally. I think it comes from the fact that he was a rally driver himself in the past.
Exactly.
The amount of work that has gone into this operation is amazing, crazy. The moving pieces are so many. The media operation is just one, but you have the service park, you have the marshals, you have the health department, you have the safety department. It's a huge operation. I mean, I think we must give a hand to Phineas for the great work that has gone into this. We must appreciate the government because the government has been on top of this. I can tell you that as at yesterday, the CS Ambassador Amina Mohammed was here, PS Joe Kudo was here, I think PDU Director Andrew Akahio was here, I think a local MP was here, and they were here to just make sure that everything was in place. And they did a walkthrough. They came through the media center again. They'll be again, they assured us, or rather they told us they'll be back here again today for a final inspection to just make sure that everything is running on top of, like we're on tip-top condition.
Yes, and given the fact
Phineas
that
has been amazing in terms of support. And we must say that the government has done everything it can to make sure that this event comes back to Kenya 19 years later. It's amazing. I mean, I wish you were here. It's amazing. The feeling is amazing.
Definitely, Fondo, I'll be coming down there because that is a piece of history that we've really worked hard to ensure that Kenya gets back to that calendar. You mentioned about the economic benefits. You mentioned about economic benefits. And
yes,
some of the statistics they've been putting across is that over 800 million people around the world will be watching Kenya, what we are capable of doing. Do you think you can say confidently that, well, Kenya is set for the rest of the world?
Kenya is set for the rest of the world. I mean, where in the world would you go have a rally and as the cars passing, you're seeing giraffes and zebra and buffaloes? Nowhere. If you saw me earlier, I kept looking on the side. They've gone away, but there was a bit of warthogs running around here, and there were some zebras passing.
I hope you are safe.
Outside
I hope you are safe.
So nowhere in the world will you see this. I mean, Kenya is ready. Kenya is ready. And for the drivers that are coming in from out there, oh, they better be ready because, and I'm hoping it rains because when it rains, this rally is going to be out of this world.
Yeah, for the benefit of the viewers, remember the Safari Rally will be going down in Naivasha. It will be a closed circuit because there will be places like Kedong, the cars will move to Elementaita, and these Soisambu stages and all that. And I'm very sure you've had a chance to go through the rally route. How is it like, Fondo?
Some of the places, even as we did our recce, some of the places are very tough. We're waiting to see how the drivers do in those places. The government has put in place, and working with WRC, of course, have put in place spectator zones just to try and make sure that Kenyans come into a controlled environment to enjoy the rally. Again, all this is not because the government doesn't want to let people free, but because of their own safety. Remember, these are powerful machines that will be running across these ranches at high speeds. So for their safety, we will request that they actually listen to the marshals as they'll guide them. But spaces have been set aside for spectators. We ask them to adhere to the timings.
Okay. Just a final comment from you as
that would be very important. It is key for us to follow those marshals.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if you can still get me. It is key for the public to follow the directives of the security officers and the marshals for their own safety.
We wish you all the best, Fondo Nzovu. That is the media center manager, is currently in Naivasha. And as you can see from the background there, that is the media center. That's where all the operations will be, conducted. Remember, some of us also enjoyed Safari Rally in the years gone by, thanks to the media, thanks to a vibrant media. And Fondo Nzovu there is one man who is making sure that all the media operations are in place. And starting Wednesday, Standard Group will be over there to make sure that they bring you all the news. Now, I'm joined by my colleague Jesse Rogers. Certainly you must have